Hello, this is Dominic from novellacollective.com, and today I'm going to show you how to take off the adjustable side, the non-drive side of a bottom bracket from a French bike. This is an old French Peugeot bike, pre-1982. So these threads are French, and all I need is two tools. One is a Park Tool HCW17, which is quite reasonable. I think they're about £8 or £10 in the shop, and a big adjustable wrench. You don't need special tools to do this job besides this, which has a nub here which you use within this one, and it fits so that it curves around the circular aspect of the lock nut, and you turn it from right to left, and you undo the lock nut like this. So then you need these flats, which is not a great tool, to be honest. It's not perfect, but it's good enough to get this moving. And I can feel that this bottom bracket is full of grease and needs to be cleaned. So keep turning it from right to left, anti-clockwise, and you're releasing pressure on the ball bearings, and you're unthreading this side of the bottom bracket. Now it's loosened up, I can take it off by hand. You can see it's a very greasy bottom bracket, and you have to be very careful when you release it, because the ball bearings will come out. And there it is. You see how bad that one is? It's full of grease, and inside there you can see the whole bottom bracket needs cleaning. You can take the spindle out, and there's only one bottom bracket on this, so the rest will be inside. And as you can see, this grease is very old, and with this type of setup it wouldn't turn properly, and you wouldn't be making the best out of your bottom bracket and your ride. So this definitely needs cleaning up, which I'll do, and then I'll put it back in with new grease. So here is the inside of the bottom bracket now. After I've cleaned it, it was really dirty, and the grease that was in there was really hard, which was difficult to get out. But I've cleaned it up, and it's not perfect. You can still see some remnants there, but generally it's in much better shape and is now ready for new greasing and to put back the ball bearings that were in this far side and also this near side. So before I put the ball bearings in the non-adjustable cup, which is the drive side, I first of all put them in the adjustable cup, the non-drive side, so that they're ready. So now I'm going to put the grease into the non-adjustable side, which I cleaned, quite liberal amounts of it, so that it's ready for the ball bearings. So now that's probably a good amount, and it's ready for the ball bearings to go in. So now I'm going to start putting the ball bearings in. You can go from either side to line them up. I just prefer to do it like this, putting it in from the far side and then working my way around the cup. This can be quite the trickiest part of the job, to try and get them to stay together and you may find they fall out, so you just have to be patient. Now that, as you can see, I've put 7 ball bearings in. It's not complete yet because there's 4 left to go, and that's what I'm going to finish off now. So all the bearings are in now. All the bearings have been placed in the cup, and it's ready for the spindle to go in. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of grease there to keep them secure, and enough to keep them smoothly turning with the spindle. So this is the spindle. It's been cleaned of its old grease, and I put some new grease on it, and it's ready to go in. And as you can see, it's got a non-drive side and a drive side. So this is the drive side, which is longer, and this is where the crank will fit, and this is the non-drive side. So now I'm going to put the spindle in the bottom bracket, and I'm going to put this drive side in this way into the non-adjustable cup. So that's in there now, and you may find you disturb the ball bearings as you do it. We try not to and keep them in their place, and once that's in, you're ready to put in the adjustable cup, and this goes in like this. You don't want to have any of the balls fall out. Try and keep it really smooth as you do it. And with a French bike, it's right threaded, which means that it will turn clockwise, and you have to find the thread, which is not always easy at the beginning. There it is. Oh. There it is, and it's now spinning in there. So now I'm going to spin this in the threads clockwise, which is tightening the bottom bracket, and you come to a point where you can't spin it anymore because it will tighten up, and this is where you need your tool again. Just a basic adjustable wrench on these flats to tighten it. So I'm using the Park Tool HCW17. It's a good idea to loosen the lock ring quite far out, which gives you access to all the threads in the cup, and you continue on tightening with your adjustable wrench until you feel that the spindle is running smooth without any real play, and there's no sense of tightness either. So this is the tricky bit when you're really doing the final adjustment, the precise adjustment of your bottom bracket, is you're tightening the cup to the point where the spindle feels smooth, and there it isn't smooth, so I need to loosen it slightly again, and there that feels smooth, but there is slight play, so I need to tighten again. This is like safe cracking, where you have to find that point, and once you've found that point, it's a good idea to hold the cup with the wrench and then use your Park tool or whatever tool you're using for the lock ring to finally tighten up and lock ring into place. So the cup is held by the wrench, and I'm tightening the lock nut into place. And that feels smooth now, much better than it was. But if it is not smooth, then you'll have to unloosen the lock ring, unloosen the main cup again until you get the right position and find that place where it's smooth but not tight. So this is what I do to test the bottom bracket that I've just re-greased and redone. Is a good way to do it is just to put your crank on. Don't tighten it up, just put it on loose and just feel. You can put it on enough so you can spin it, and there you go. It's got a really nice smooth turning there, and then that means you're ready to put your crank on properly with the crank bolts. That's a good way to see that you've done a good job. So that's how you overhaul your vintage French bottom bracket, remembering that the adjustable non-drive side cup threads from left to right, as does the drive side, and all I needed was 2 tools for the job, plus the grease, which is only about £6 or £7, but it's really worth it to get your bottom bracket in really good shape. Thanks for watching.